The following program is a public access production. Comcast is required to provide time on this channel and make it available pursuant to franchise agreements with the communities we serve. Comcast is not affiliated with the following program or the producers of public access programming and is not responsible for the content. The following program does not reflect the opinions of Comcast or its affiliates.
Welcome to the Tinley Park Chamber of Commerce cable TV show. My name's Maureen Sapola and I'm your host. We have a great show in store for you folks, but before we get started, mark your calendars. We have another fantastic event coming up, August 14th, our Tinley Chamber Bag Crawl. Come out and throw some bean bags with the Tinley Park Chamber of Commerce, the businesses along Oak Park Avenue, and to find out more on how you can participate, give us a call at the Chamber office at 708-532-5700. I'd like to welcome our first guest, who is no stranger to the Chamber. Donna Framke comes to us from the village of Tinley Park. Donna, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Maureen.
How are you doing today?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Good. Enjoying the summer?
I am indeed. Loving the warm weather.
Having a great time.
You bet.
Donna, give our audience a little feedback and tell them about your role with the village of Tinley.
Well, I am the marketing director for the village of Tinley Park. And we're a uniquely structured department. We're an all part-time department, and we are funded from hotel-motel tax from the village. So when people come and stay in our hotels, part of the tax that they pay on their funds our department. So we're very fortunate that we have that capability, considering we have almost 1,000 hotel rooms in Tinley Park. And our department is structured with myself. We have a special events coordinator, we have a marketing assistant, and we have a public information coordinator, and we recently hired a community engagement coordinator that's going to help us kind of expand our footprint into the social media arena. So very excited about that. It's all about customer and citizen engagement, so we're here to do all kinds of things for our community.
Excellent, Donna. How long have you been with the village?
I've been with the village in a part-time capacity for 18 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I know you're making a big difference. I know we've worked together a little bit with some chamber events, and you've made quite the difference. Tell us a little bit about the dynamics of your role.
Well, we are responsible in our department for, in addition to the communications and the public information, we're also responsible for all of the special events that we have. And the village hosts about 40 special events every year, so we have a very robust schedule. We also coordinate with the Convention Center and the Convention and Visitors Bureau, and we are responsible for some tourism marketing as well, being that we have the Convention Center in our community. And then we also work with the downtown Tinley businesses and provide some merchant support to them through our, you may have heard of our Experience Downtown Tinley newsletter that we put together, or the Downtown Tinley Facebook page,
yes.
So that we can share information that's happening in our downtown.
And that's so key and so important, especially your role in being involved with the businesses, and it really comes together here with the Chamber too. So we thank you for your service, and we know you're doing an outstanding job, and I'm so happy that we could have you on the show today because I know you are very busy. Let's talk about some of those events, because Tinley Park does just an amazing job. Being a resident myself, I always look forward to the events. So why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about what's coming up?
Oh, we have so many great things. Summer is very busy, of course. We have our cruise nights that we have along Oak Park Avenue, and that's every Tuesday evening from 5 until 9 p.m., basically from about 171st Street to the Metro lot. And we average between 200 and 250 cars on most evenings, so it's a good-sized show. Our businesses love having all those people come down and walk around the downtown, and it's great to see people maybe sitting outside, dining al fresco, observing the cars, or just walking up and down and having a good time. It's very family-oriented. Then, of course, we have, we just had our block party. We also have our Music in the Plaza concert series.
Those are fun.
They are. We are up to 8 concerts this season that started back in early June. We still have 4 more this year. We have August 2nd is going to be the next one that's coming up. Oh, I'm sorry, August 6th, excuse me. And that's the 95th Street Band. So they're a horn band that plays some Chicago-type music. Very popular, a lot of fun, very much a crowd favorite. And then we also have, on August 20th, we have a person who was on The Voice. Casey Musicman, I believe is how you say his last name, and he's a country artist, and he was a finalist on The Voice. So country is very popular in Tinley Park, country music, so we're very excited about him coming to our community this year. And then on August 27th, we have a variety band called the New Odyssey Band, and they kind of tout themselves as 3 guys who play 30 different instruments.
Oh my goodness.
So that should be a show in itself.
Absolutely.
That'll be kind of fun. And then we're going to round that out on September 10th with a band called Heartache Tonight, and they're an Eagles tribute band. So those of us who like Eagles music, it'll be a nice night out for sure.
That'll be a great way to close out the summer too. We have so much going on, and for our viewers, first of all, to find out more about all of these excellent events, you can visit the tinleychamber.org website or call us at 708-532-5700. So Donna, I know you're you're so passionate about what you do. I know we have a whole list of events. Well, but also, how did you find yourself in this role, or choosing this career, if you will? I know you're passionate about it and you're really excited.
Well, I have been in I think back in my days at Andrew High School, quite honestly. I was involved in marketing and in the newspaper and all kinds of stuff there. And then as I went, I got a journalism degree from the University of Illinois and went to graduate school at DePaul University. And I have just kind of always known that I enjoy this type of work. And I feel very fortunate in a community like Tinley Park because they embrace that, and they are, it's a great opportunity to market and to communicate all the things that are going on. It's such a great community. So really excited about that.
That's great. You're a perfect fit, and you can tell, with your background and the number of years, and I know that you've seen the progression as we've grown as a community.
Absolutely. When I started, I was one 20-hour-a-week employee in the Economic Development Department, and it didn't take long before we realized that we've got, so many opportunities, and we've expanded even now into the Tinley TV station. So we've got the television station that can be found on Comcast Channel 4 and also on Uverse Channel 99, and we have a full programming schedule that we offer on there. It's one way to communicate and share information or videos. We have the Village's YouTube channel, the official YouTube channel. So most of the programming can also be found on there, and we're continuing to find ways to record a lot of the special events that are happening in our community. So, parents or grandparents want to see their children who are in the parades with, or whatever, we are able to put those up on the YouTube station. And then, of course, we have our community email that we send out once a week, our community email newsletter to about 4,000 subscribers. And we also have, we have quite a few ways that people can stay involved with our Twitter station, and the website, of course, hosts all the information. And very soon we're going to be starting a Village Facebook page. So
that's great, great. Everything is social media, and many vehicles for our viewers to get in touch and find out what's happening and be able to participate too with all of these excellent events. So just kind of rounding out the rest of the year, any other special events that you'd like to share with the viewers?
Well, sure. I would love to. I just remind everybody that we have our farmers market every Saturday morning in downtown Tinley, right by the fountain.
That's a must visit.
That's a fantastic event. That has continued to grow exponentially over the last few years. And our benches on the avenue will be on the street until October 1st. And so on the August 27th, Music in the Plaza will be awarding the prizes to the artists We have so many talented people in our community, and just a simple walk up and down Oak Park Avenue will allow you to see the great talent that these people have. The creativity is really just amazing. People are continued to, share compliments with us on how they'll make a point to come downtown to Oak Park Avenue and see all the things that are going on down there, all the benches down there, because they think it's just fascinating. So
those are two just a must-see. With the talent is just amazing.
There's one other thing we started this year too, is a Friday Frolics. We're trying to bring people into the downtown on Friday evenings, and so there is going to be a new initiative on August 12th. We're going to have a country theme night in Tinley Park on Friday, August 12th. So one other thing too.
That's
consider.
Excellent, Donna. We just have about 30 seconds. We are so grateful to have you on the show, and thank you for your time and your dedication to this fine community that we live in. If you'd like to give a parting message. Thank you, Donna.
Well, if anybody is ever looking for ways to stay involved with the village, please make sure you visit our website, tinleypark.org, and on there you can see the special events page. And from there you'll be able to link to events not only that the village owns, but also other community-related special events, as well as the events that are happening at the Convention Center, as well as the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. So.
Perfect. Thank you, Donna.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure.
I'd like to welcome my next guest, Bob Feldman. He comes to us from Nothing Bundt Cakes. Bob, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Maureen, for having us.
How are you today?
We're doing great. How
Good.
are you?
I'm excellent. With all of these sweets here, I couldn't be any better.
Right?
So tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit more about Nothing Bundt Cakes.
Well, Nothing Bundt Cakes is a franchise that has 175 locations around the nation, and we have 10 in the Chicagoland area. And my wife and I, we own the location in Orland Park.
Okay, and you've been with us just coming up maybe in September, 2 years, is that right?
That is exactly right. We're celebrating our second birthday the week of September 12th. So hopefully people can come out and join us.
That's excellent. I know relatively early you found me or I found you. I'm a big sweet fan, and I love the concept. And tell our viewers a little bit about how this all came about.
Thank you, Maureen. My wife and I, we met at the University of Missouri, and we were business graduates there, and we've always wanted to go into business together. And so we were searching for a business that is the best fit for us. And we were both one of these people that grew up not really liking cake all that much. And so when my wife came home one day and said, "You have to try a piece of cake," I was just floored that she would ask me to try some cake, because I'm just not a cake person. And I tried the product, and it just wowed me. And so when we had a great product, we looked into it and we searched the web, and we found the brand and signed up, and the rest is history. And we're coming up on our 2 years.
Wonderful. So how long has the brand or franchise been around?
It's been around since 1997, and it was started by two ladies out of Las Vegas. They were baking cakes out of their kitchen, believe it or not, and they were just baking it for friends and family. And all of a sudden, they were sort of naive a little bit, thinking, how can we turn this Bundt cake thing into a business? And from there, they franchised out, and now we're in over 32 different states across the country.
That's amazing. And I've tried it. I've had several, and you've actually saved me in a pinch on the way to a party when I didn't have time to bake. So I really love the concept. Business major, business graduate, and you said you'd never thought that you'd be doing this probably in a million years.
Right.
How easy or how hard was it to really kick off your business?
I think it just comes down to having a great product, hiring the very best people, delivering a great guest experience, and just treating your guests really well. And that has really just taken off in the area, and the support of the community has just been amazing. And so we are the #1 location in Illinois, and we're number 12 across the whole nation. So we're very excited about how successful we've been in such a short period of time.
Sure, congratulations. I know you do a lot with the Chamber, and for our viewers, To find out more about Nothing But Cakes, you can always visit the Chamber website at tinleychamber.org or call us at 708-532-5700. So let's dig in a little bit more.
Sure.
How many employees, what's your head count looking like in this business?
You know, we have anywhere between 20 and 25 employees. Based on the seasonality of our business, we get very busy around the holidays. And so, you know, Christmas and Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and Easter, we sort of ramp up our staffing during those times to take care of the demand so that everybody gets their cake that would like one. And then we sort of ramp down in the less busier times.
Sure. And what is there an order time or a lead time for someone if they do want to place a special order, or can somebody just walk in?
You know, we do both. That's a very good question. We always have multiple cakes available for anyone just to walk in. But if there is a certain flavor that you want in a certain size with a certain decoration, I recommend that you call ahead. We just need an hour notice or maybe even a little longer. So it doesn't have to be that far ahead. Just enough for us to put your order together, set that cake aside so that when you come in, you get exactly what you want.
Sure. And have you embarked on delivery, or is that not?
Nope, we do delivery.
Oh,
we do
my
lots
goodness.
and lots of deliveries. I mean, we
Cake
do
to your home. How do you like that?
Exactly.
That's excellent. Do you have and I have to ask,
Sure.
who's your ideal customer? But for me,
Yeah, anyone that likes sweets, I mean, I think is our ideal customer. We offer a very unique product. Everything in our bakery is baked fresh every single day. We offer 10 different flavors, including a flavor of the month and a gluten-free product for those that are gluten-free. We have a great chocolate chip cookie gluten-free product. And so anyone that is like sweets or celebrating something like a baby shower, a wedding, or business gifting for the holidays, excellent product to give out.
sure. So let's talk a little bit about your product lineup and maybe even going back to some of the ingredients. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, everything in our bakery is baked from scratch. So we're using flour and sugar. Our famous frosting is a butter cream cheese frosting. We make that fresh, homemade every day in our bakery. And so we have bakers and frosters and everyone in our back of the house making this and putting these wonderful products together for us.
So you have the talent on staff in your location.
Yes, inside our location, which people, can't believe when we tell them. When you walk into our store, that's only 600 feet. 1,800 feet is actually behind us where the real operation happens, and it's a full commercial kitchen that we have in Orland.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I have to ask you, have you ever run out?
You know what? We ran out of one time the day before Christmas. We just had a line around the building of people just waiting to get the product. And, they didn't pre-order because typically you don't have to.
You can
Typically
take
you
and
could
go.
just walk in
Yeah.
and get it. But on that particular day we ran out. But we learned a lot, and I promise we're going to do our best to make sure we have cakes for everyone.
Well, sometimes we can say that can be a good issue to have.
Exactly.
Let's dig into some of these
Sure.
flavors and tell our audience what we're looking at here.
Thank you. Well, right here we have our 10-inch cake. We decorate our cakes in 40 different designs, and in many of our different designs, you can customize our bow options to different colors, but really for any occasion, whether it's a birthday or a wedding or, any baby shower, we have a design for you that
That's
would fit your
great.
needs. And so 8-inch and 10-inch cakes. This is our 10-inch here, serves up to 18 people.
Okay.
This is another option here. These are our buntlets. They're sold individually, or we wrap them up in a tower like this.
Nice.
And, these are great for just going over to someone's house to say thank
Sure.
you, or you're visiting someone at the hospital, or even like a nice corporate gift to give to a client. These go over very well. And we have tons of different sentiment flags for whatever the occasion may be that we add in there along with a message card here. And you can see we stack them up 1 high. We even do a 2 high or a 3 high tower.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about some flavors. I see a
Sure.
couple different levels here.
Yeah, we have 10 different flavors. These are just our most popular ones. We have chocolate chip. That's our best seller right there.
favorite.
Yeah. And then red velvet is our second best seller. And then white chocolate raspberry. I love that flavor. So that's our big cake there. And then also we have our lemon, which is our top 4. So And then this happens to be one of our flavors of the month. And this is our Bundtinis, our smallest ones.
Okay.
And these are only sold by the dozen. You can mix and match the quantities that you want.
Okay.
Just they come in and you can grab a box in our top 4 flavors if you want. But if you call ahead, you can customize those.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Bob, it's been so excellent to have you on the show. We just have about a minute left.
Sure.
If you'd like to give our audience a parting message, please feel free to do so.
Okay, sounds
Thank
good.
you for
This goes
being
by
on.
quick,
I
yeah.
know.
Well, you know what? I'd like to thank, everyone in the community for all of your support of our business. We really, really appreciate it. If you haven't tried us, come out. We have free samples every single day. And, for whatever your occasion is, Nothing Bundt Cakes in Orland is here for you.
And you'll be celebrating an anniversary. I'm going to cheers to you with a Bundtini here.
All right.
And congratulations on coming up 2 years.
2 years.
Thank you for
very
being
much.
on the
I
show.
appreciate it.
I'd like to welcome our next guests. They come to us brand new business here in Tinley Park, Porter Place, an Anthem community. And I'd like to welcome Elaine Essary, the Director of Community Services, and Carolyn Croswell, our Executive Director. Ladies, welcome to the show and welcome to the Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you
for having us.
Thank you so much.
How
We're
are
pleased
you?
to be here.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the new business Porter Place that just came to us here in Tinley Park.
Well, I am the executive director of our community. We are a full-service memory care community. We will house 66 residents, and our goal is to protect, engage, and love all of our residents who come to us. And every single one has memory issues, and so we will have nursing care 24 hours a day. We will have activities for them. We will provide wonderful meals for our residents, and we will engage them in activities and keep them active, and we will love their families as well. So
Wonderful. And 66 units?
66 apartments with the capacity of 82 total.
That is wonderful,
Yes.
Carolyn. And tell us a little bit about your background and how Porter
Well, I
Place-
have been working in healthcare for a long time, about 30 years, having worked in hospitals, hospice, and I've worked in home care. And so as part of my journey in my career, I wanted to be able to give back and to do something that inspired me, where I could love people, share my knowledge. And it all began with my own mother-in-law and then my mother, both who have memory issues. And so I made a conscious decision that this is something that I wanted to do, to lead a community of people who care and love people with memory issues like I do.
That's wonderful, and you can speak to it personally.
I can.
And when I introduced you, it's an Anthem Memory Care Facility, and Porter Place is the name, and we're just celebrating your grand opening less than a month ago.
Less
here.
than a
So
month ago.
We welcome you to our community, and we're really excited about this facility that's going to, again, handle 66 apartments. So this is just wonderful. Elaine, your role, tell us a little bit about your role with the organization.
Sure. I actually come from a social work background. That was in my other lifetime.
Okay.
So, but I have always gone back and forth between business and charity work my whole life. And I've been in senior care for a while. But one of the things that attracted me to working with Anthem is I love that our facility, our sole focus is memory care. So all our staff is trained in memory care. Every one of our residents will be engaged in a personalized plan. What we do is we learn more about the resident. That's our goal. And when they come to live with us, we want it to be an extension of their home. So, for example, I would say if someone says they offer activities, we actually build the activities around the individual, because we want them to be as engaged and feel like it is an extension of their home. And when the family comes, we want them to feel like it is part of their family. So we're very excited to be here in Tinley Park. I'm looking forward to, as we age, to having the community come out and see us and find out what we're all about, because we really do have a wonderful facility and a fantastic trained staff.
That's great. And I love the fact that you are connecting the individual with the activity perhaps, because not everyone is a bingo player, for instance.
Exactly.
So that's really wonderful, and I think memory care is so prevalent right now. I mean, people are living longer, first of all, but there are so many specialties and needs that we need to provide as a community. So we're really, really excited about, first of all, having you here in Tinley Park and giving back, ladies, because it sounds like you're very passionate and very good at what you do. So let's talk a little bit about how an individual would perhaps, is there a waiting list to live there, or is it, what is it like, for instance, for registration or to find out more?
Well, I could tell you a little bit about that. Being a newer community, we do have openings available, so we are always touring and leasing. I mean, we just opened up July 14th. So basically how that works, I mean, if anybody wanted information, they can get it through a variety of ways. They can drive by, they can stop in at any time. We're open 7 days a week. Someone will always be there to give information or give a tour. If someone just had questions, I am very willing to help families. I always hope that we are the right fit for a family. I believe we are. We have a lot to offer families, and I want to help guide them on that path, because really I will tell families all the time, it's a journey. It's never cut and dry when someone has Alzheimer's or dementia or memory care issues. So our goal is to always work with the families and give them, to educate them about what they need and what we have to offer, because we want them, when they come to our community, to know that they've picked the right home for their loved one.
Absolutely.
And it is a need-based service that we provide, and it is a service. We meet with the families. We want to know as much about the resident, what they like to do, what they like to eat, how they like to interact, and you know, if they love playing checkers. I'm a really good checker player, and so I can see myself doing that with the residents. I recently went to one of our other communities in Kansas, and we had a resident who just wanted to hold my vice president's hand as she toured that facility. And so we meet the resident where they are, and we try to support the family and what they need as well.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about some of the amenities that you offer.
Well, we have a wonderful activities director.
Yes.
So our activities, like I said, they are acclimated to each individual resident. And in our facility, when you walk in, I think one of the big differences, our activities are all out in the open in our family room and our kitchen area, because what we do is we want them engaged all day long. People are not staying in their rooms or whatnot. We have them come out. So when you come to our community, there could be a wide variety of activities going on. They could be baking. They could be planting something in our courtyard. Could be having a barbecue. Gosh, they could be playing board games. It just depends on what the want is. But when you walk into our family room, it's open and inviting, and everything is calming. The colors are calming. I mean, everything in our community is acclimated to memory care.
That's great. That's great. And tell us a little bit about what the process is, for instance, from start to finish, if someone were to decide that it's going to be a fit for them. How long does that normally take?
You know, it really depends. One of the first things is they come and speak to me about what their wants and needs are, and I will, you know, evaluate them at that point to make sure that we are the right place for them. Some people have more of a skilled need, and some people don't, so it just depends. Then we have our nurses go out to the home or to the hospital or to wherever they are, and we would do, and they'll assess them. And then once that's determined, then the family comes in and we work with them through all the other steps along the way. So we try to make it as seamless as possible and really try to make it a very smooth transition for the families.
And our number one goal is safety for our residents. It's so important that, you know, we are providing an appropriate service for the person that the family presents to us. And if they're not appropriate, then we have other partners that we work with every day to make sure that the needs of the families are met. If we can't meet their needs, then we refer them to some of our partners.
Thank you again. And I'd like to thank our staff and team here for another great show. We'll see you next month.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.